So yeah, quick little behind the scenes for the podcast itself, and I guess a bit of the lore of how it became what it is now, aka a very influential series. Obviously, I'll speak more on this on my solo episode, but still. So obviously, this is the first episode, 1st of January, whatever. Obviously, I didn't just randomly come up with this in like 2024 December. I was like, hey, this really could be something. Came from this beautiful little video from, a while back in the good times. So this is the first reference. Obviously, it's a meme comment, if you can tell. I don't remember if Nolak was exposed at the time, but obviously the only reason I say this is a meme comment is because I didn't think I would ever do this. Because I kind of overcomplicated it in the sense of I thought you needed like crazy decent production. Because obviously at the time I had not a shit mic, but a meh mic. And obviously I didn't realize you could just write topics down, which is what I do for every episode nowadays. And obviously I write the topics based on the other person, like whatever they've achieved or done or have interesting stories in. And obviously I tell them what kind of topics I'm going to talk about beforehand because I don't want to join the VC for them to just stutter for like 50 minutes. How did I begin Minecraft? Well, so like in 1993, I sucked dick. And obviously, Sky's just fucking geeking in the comments, as he usually does. Once again, I'll touch more on this in my solo episode, which I kind of wanted to drop on like a special number, like episode number 50, number 69, 100, but I feel like I've done almost everyone in the community, like the normal people. Like obviously, there's still some freaks left. Obviously, I was supposed to do an episode with and address the ALLE. I'm not saying the full word because guess what, guys? Guess what? Guess what? Now, obviously, at a first glance, it might seem obvious. Huh? But I believe there's like 3 people. I was gonna say don't send hate, but kind of hard to not do that. Oh yeah, and recently he came crawling back because he triple blocked me, and then just came back and was like, "Fine, I'll do the podcast." And I just said no, $100 for wasting my time. And he also did say something interesting, a special detail, which I'm not gonna repeat here, but pretty much debunks all of their little friends' points or a point. And obviously, I'm gonna drop speaking about these people because they're protected now. Also, I bet most of you think this is because of what Sosa said, the whole life advice. But nope, it's actually for child safety, believe it or not. Now, interestingly enough, I don't know if they usually provide timestamps, but for the copyright stuff, they actually do. However, this nice little episode got completely nothing. Now, usually, I assume all of my videos get like spam reported because, use common sense, top of the pyramid. However, I usually make an appeal and it gets accepted, but this one got denied. So that's pretty interesting, I'd say. So yeah, obviously, I think we should all free Nolak, Ice, 7C, Redzy, and whoever else. And also Easy, because, all he did was just dance on a VC. He's innocent. Free them all. Just look at this. It's clearly allowed on YouTube. They are protected. Also, if you haven't seen this episode, go to my Spotify. It's in my bio on YouTube. Boom. Really cool. And obviously, I'm going to give a little breakdown of some of these episodes, what's special about them, or maybe what begun some of these episodes, like a little trend. Obviously, for the first 4 episodes, I didn't have the topics from the video itself. And obviously, I added these from Lex. I'm sure most of you know him. Maybe not, since Underage Com. So yeah, quick little breakdown. Pretty cool. And in some of these early episodes, I gave like a little intro to the person themselves, like in number 4. In this episode, we are joined by Fishing Teams, who has 2,000 sumo wins. He mainly stick. So yeah, this is also from Lex.
The following is a conversation with Terence Tao, widely considered to be one of the greatest mathematicians in history, often referred to.
So yeah, pretty cool. I was still kind of finding out what kind of style I wanted to do. And obviously, for a decent while, I did this. This is kind of what Joe Rogan does on his channel. Boom. It's a little too long, didn't read, pretty much. And I still do this because it's the easiest way of doing it. Like obviously, for some people, I don't have to break down what they do and whatever. I think it's easy if I just put in a description, since the exact first second the video begins, there's already like something going on, instead of just me being depressed and be like, this is whoever. They have like 2 wins. Good for them. Oh yeah, in some of these later episodes, I do try and have like a little conversation at the beginning. But as I said in episode 25, sometimes you just have to skip everything because the person is kind of awkward, or they don't know how to make small talk, or just in general, they don't like speaking, or they can't speak. There's obviously many reasons. So obviously Shiraku, decent little convo, making a feast at 3 a.m., eating like a king. And obviously Shaden with the was supposed to do this earlier with Nolak, but good thing he's innocent now, according to YouTube. And I guess that's pretty much it for in terms of lore. Obviously, I'm going to save all of the little details and the actual lore for my solo episode whenever that happens. But I'll quickly mention some of my favorite episodes. So number 1, decent, obviously for many reasons. Like, this is the thing that started everything. It's the Big Bang. Teddy was one of the few people I actually VC'd with before the series, like constantly. So if you compare some of these episodes, I'm sure you'll be able to tell the difference. Like, it's obvious that we use like VC a lot because we're comfortable in the VC itself, which kind of doesn't make sense, but just watch it. It sounds like 2 friends talking to each other, hence why it's like chill-ish, hopefully. Number 3 is also decent because of what he says at the end, like, one of my friends wanted me to quit botting, I'll just do it on the spot, I don't care. Which obviously, very rare opinion. And at that point, I was like, wow, you know what? This series might actually change my mind as well on people in itself. Obviously not in general, just Minecraft. And I hope that most people also agree with that statement. You know, you watch like botters, it's like, oh, you know, they only do it for clout, whatever. Then you watch this guy and, oh, well, maybe there's a different side to it. Number 4 is literally the episode I hate the most because, like, the first 40 minutes, it's just 2 random games, which we rambled about. COD and GTA, I believe. I already forgot. But yeah, this episode was very weak in terms of Minecraft in itself. I do kind of find it funny how this entire episode was just, yeah, Minecraft was just clicking, lol. Which technically isn't wrong, but still, come on. Give me some detail. Like, explain why that's bad. Whatever. So yeah, definitely my least favorite episode of them all. Definitely my number 1 least favorite. Sosa's decent because 3 hours long and a lot of detail. He as a person in himself is very interesting because he can go into crazy detail about anything, it seems. He's like the ultimate yap god. Jack is kind of a funny episode because of his personality, quote unquote. Ear piercing is also funny because of the sphere. Like, he told me to just record him building the sphere. I was like, okay. And then it's just random silence. And he'd be like, yeah, so this is a sphere. I'm building it because, I don't know, looks cool. So yeah, funny episode. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, but number 2 I do like because of the exercise stuff at the beginning, I believe. And a few people did DM me about it, being like, oh, you know, that's pretty cool. I want to kind of hop on this podcast too because you guys talk about the gym and whatever else. So yeah, pretty nice episode too. Navi was interesting because of the femboys. That's it. A few people didn't like him because he kind of wrote, I believe, like 60% of the quote unquote script or whatever, like what he was going to say. So that was kind of funky. I mean, personally, I didn't even realize because, you know, this is my first time speaking with everyone after like episode 4, obviously. So I didn't know how they talk normally. I was going to be a dick. Number 14 is really decent because of the shade stuff, you know, doing legal stuff in VCs. Just remember, we're on YouTube now, so it's allowed. I liked Soulstar, but for the wrong reasons because he was really chill. Like, he just sounds normal. He sounds very chill. He sounds like he's smoking a blunt. So, you know, he's pretty awesome. It's not because of anything he said specifically. And obviously, Shiraku. Yeah, interesting guy. He's also a 5'5" furry, so I do kind of respect him. He's like a yang to my yin. You know, you have the max testosterone, push up spammer, and then the little sussy wussy 5'5" twink furry. Pretty much equally balanced, as all things should be. But anyways, I do like his little story at the end about him being stalked by that one girl, finding his Facebook and whatever, just DMing. You know, same reason for number 20. I do like the little shit talk that we had about the community and VA. That was funny. This guy was also interesting, just like Navi, in the sense of this topic. I know I put it in the title, but I'm not saying it. Just remember, my video got taken down for child safety, which is bullshit, obviously, but can I do aside from putting a hit on someone? I'm just kidding. That would never happen. Shaden, yeah. Obviously, I do love this episode because of the detail, the lore, and the length in itself. And also, this episode did blow up, which I'm not exactly surprised because anything that is Shaden in the title just instantly blows up on YouTube. You know, this is like a 5-man comm, and yet this got like 4 digits almost instantly, so I will share some behind the scenes magic. Just realized that 1.2k hours is insane, like incomprehensible for a small channel. Like usually most of the podcasts hit like 30 hours of watch time on average. Obviously, I'm not going to count Spotify because that's slightly biased. So yeah, pretty interesting. And also just because of this episode, I am kind of very close to hitting the membership stuff, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, I will make like everything members only first. So like if you're subbed, you'll see the video like a few days early. And obviously, I'll make some special videos like a stupid Bitcoin story and something about my school. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I'll go into detail when I do my solo episode. This is just a quick video because I was kind of going to leave the SOS episode for like a week because I wanted it to get attention and stuff, but yeah.